Most leaders don't lack empathy, they lack tolerance. Most leaders are not emotionally blind. They can read a room.
Yeah.
They can sense tension. They know when someone is disengaged, frustrated, or disappointed. Empathy isn't the problem. Tolerance is.
Tolerance is not about understanding emotions. It's about staying present when those emotions become inconvenient, especially when they're directed at you.
A leader can empathize with stress, with burnout, with personal hardship, but many shut down the moment emotion carries an implicit message. You are part of the problem.
That's when empathy quietly leaves the room. Psychologically, this isn't complicated. Authority comes with a fragile contract. Respect, legitimacy, status.
When that contract feels threatened, the nervous system reacts, not intellectually, physiologically. Challenge doesn't register as information, it registers as threat.
So leaders regulate by protecting themselves. They nod. They say, I hear you. They emphasize tone over content. They ask for calm instead of clarity.
The conversation shifts from what is being said to how it's being said. Tone becomes the problem. Timing becomes the problem. Constructiveness becomes the problem.
Right.
Not because those things don't matter,
Yeah.
but because they're safer to manage than the truth itself.
When leaders start correcting delivery instead of engaging content, empathy hasn't failed. Tolerance has.
Not because they don't care,
Right.
because staying open would cost them approval, control, or certainty. This is a window of tolerance issue.
Everyone has a range of emotional intensity they can stay present with. Outside that range, people don't become cruel. They become protective.
For leaders, the narrowest part of that window is often upward-facing emotion. Anger that points up. Disappointment that implicates authority.
So the system does what systems do. It restores order, not by resolving the emotion, by containing it.
That's why so many organizations are emotionally safe and psychologically dishonest at the same time. People are allowed to feel, as long as those feelings don't require leadership to change. Here's the uncomfortable part. A leader who avoids emotional discomfort is not neutral.
They're teaching the room what honesty costs. Over time, people learn, say less, soften feedback, translate truth into something acceptable. Empathy survives. Truth doesn't.
Real leadership maturity isn't about being kind. It's about expanding your tolerance for being confronted without collapsing, retaliating, or disappearing.
Because the test of leadership is not how you respond to vulnerability. It's how you respond to accusation without becoming defensive.
If someone's honesty regularly feels like a threat to your authority, that's not a people problem. That's a capacity limit. Organizations don't grow beyond the emotional tolerance of the people at the top.